Hello traders, welcome to another trading interview, this time with one of our series FTMO traders, David from New York in United States. Welcome David.
Hey Peter, happy to be here.
Oh, very nice to having you on, David. And guys, for those who are listening to us for the first time, FTMO is a proprietary trading company that created an FTMO challenge and verification phase so that you can remotely manage FTMO account with up to $200,000. And that is why we have David here, because David right now remotely managed $100,000 and he had a profit from previous month of $90,000. That is great result. So I'm going to ask him a lot about his strategy. But before I'm going to do it, David, can you tell me something about you?
So my name is David. I'm from New York. I've been trading for about 3 years. Um, yeah, I've been like that. This has been my main source of income. But yeah, that's about it.
So trading is your full-time job.
No, it's not. I'm actually a personal trainer on my free time.
Mm-hmm.
Because before I used to be a lifeguard, and then I spent a lot of time
Mm-hmm.
sitting, and I got into trading through long-term investments. I started by stocks.
Mm-hmm.
Then I was trying to, as a trader, you always need some sort of income before you get into trading. So then I was a lifeguard, so I invested. Once I started investing, I heard about I was looking for more ways to invest more money.
Mm-hmm.
Then I got into I heard about crypto. I was really
Mm-hmm.
deep into crypto. So I was like, I figured out that you could trade
Mm-hmm.
crypto, and to me that was like a sweet deal. It's a win-win because the volatility, the just the whole concept of crypto was
Mm-hmm.
always appealing to me. So I started trading on margin too. Got into Forex.
Mm-hmm.
I was all over the place, man.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do. I found leverage. I
Mm-hmm.
started trading on leverage, lost a lot of money,
Mm-hmm.
had to work even more, then got into, more into like outside world, getting a job, getting some sort of, funding source for
Mm-hmm.
trading, basically.
So you have started, so you are right now a gym trainer, but the other job that give you the salary that you need for your life, it's trading. And
Hmm.
before that, you had to also blow a lot of accounts, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. I did. I did.
I just love to ask this question, because everyone just gone through it. So can you tell me what was your first blown account?
The first account I blew.
Yeah, yeah, the first account you blew.
Oh, the first account I blew was that was on Binance.
Mm-hmm.
That was on Binance. I was trading. I was still
Crypto.
trading Bitcoin.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, cryptocurrency. The volatility got me. Um, that was right before COVID,
Mm-hmm.
and I had so my first trade. The first thing that got me really addicted to crypto
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
was I started trading Bitcoin, and I put in like $200, and I leveraged it. I over leveraged it like crazy. I went in like 120x,
Okay.
and I made that night I had no idea what I was doing. Just a friend showed me how to log in, and I made $4,000. And when I made $4,000, I was
Wow.
like, hold up, this is so. I was like, this is so easy. I could just do this every day. But in literally in half an hour, I lost it all. Like
Oh my.
I just I hated myself so much because then that was just a missed opportunity. So then I was like, okay, just
Hmm.
time out. Let's figure out where I went wrong. What is this? And then it was just like a whole. That was like 3 years ago, man. That was a whole journey after that.
And it was greediness, you think that the most, wrong thing? Or
I don't know what it was. It was my first. I don't know. Just
mm-hmm.
the emotion,
Mm.
the roller coaster. Like imagine I was about 18. I was 18
Mm-hmm.
years old. I had $200, and overnight I had $4,000, and then the next morning I had nothing. So Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was greed. I think it was greed. I think seeing $4,000
Mhm.
made me really anxious to make some more
Mm.
at the same speed, which wasn't really smart on my end. But well, hey, here I am today, so I guess it's a win-win.
And you have started as a crypto trader, and are you a crypto trader right now too?
Yeah, yeah, I am. Crypto is still like my favorite thing. I love. I had to develop a strategy that
Mm-hmm.
would work, but then when I moved from crypto to Forex, or in this case, I
Mm-hmm.
only trade US 30.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed that the difference in trend flow has a massive effect.
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of do need to take the time to study the chart a lot longer than it would with crypto
Okay, so right now you are trading the index US 30 and some crypto.
and some crypto. Yes, I'm
So,
trading the US 30 solely with FTMO though. Like out
okay.
of FTMO,
Uh-huh.
I don't trade Forex or US 30. So like my crypto portfolio that I'm trading
Uh-huh.
is a lot more funded than the FTMO.
Mm-hmm.
Because with crypto, when you trade it, you get paid instantly,
Mm-hmm.
and FTMO, you have that security of second source of funding. They offer you like the security, and the custom is perfect.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like a great source to make guaranteed money.
Okay, so you got your own account where you're trading mostly the crypto, but with FTMO you are trading the US 30.
Yes,
And
correct.
are you using the same strategy?
I'm sorry.
Are you using same strategy to trade the US 30 and crypto?
Yes, I am. I
Cool.
am.
Okay, so can you show me your strategy?
Oh yeah, yeah, of course. So what I'm gonna do
Mm-hmm.
first is show my top two profitable trades,
Cool.
and I'm gonna show you the process that I went through to take those trades, how I took them, why I held for so long, etc. All right,
Nice, nice. Show us. What is your best trade?
all right. So, oh, my best trade was, so right here we have all the info. My average profit was 3,000. My average loss was six.
Wow, wow, wow.
Um,
Really big RR.
let's go here. So I also want to explain my loss ratio. So I tend to never go below 3%. So no matter what the trade is, no matter how good it looks, I would never hold below 3%. You have to keep some sort of ratio to guarantee you will never lose more than you intend to, regardless of what the opportunity is.
Yep.
And this is
Classical risk
my
management.
risk management, correct? And these two, the top two
Wow.
trades for US 30, the one I made 30,000 on and the one I made 20,000 on, are the ones I'm gonna be showing you next.
And just 5 lots?
Yeah,
You have waited pretty much long time.
yeah. From 30th to the 4th, the $20,000 one was about a 24-hour trade,
Uh-huh.
and this one was a 3-day trade
Yep. Yep.
from June 30th, June
3 days
31st,
and a half.
July 1st,
Hmm.
July 2nd. Yep, 3.5 days. Yep.
Wow.
So
You just
this
have to wait a
this
lot.
yeah, yeah, just patience, man, patience, man. But it's also the security. As long as I don't go below my
Mm-hmm.
my risk line, my risk ratio, I don't really stress. I don't really think about it, because once you start thinking about it a lot, you
Mm-hmm.
want to be on it and always. But if you have the actually, let me just get into my
Yep, yep,
strategy.
yeah. Show me, show me.
So this right here would be my $20,000 trade, and this would be my $30,000 trade. All right. So I actually, so the reason I don't have problem trading is because I have an indicator. So when an indicator is basically this, right? Right there.
Mm-hmm.
And right here. So this indicator was actually coded by a friend of mine based on my strategy.
Mm-hmm.
I when I started trading, I looked all over the internet for a strategy, like specifically looking for an actual strategy. But all they give you on the internet is just fluff. It's just facts and past history, but nobody would actually give you a strategy without telling you you need to pay for something or you need to do this and do that, and half the time it doesn't work. So I just used, basic trading history. What's the word? Oh, sorry, technical analysis basics. So like things like Fibonacci,
Okay. Okay.
things that support resistance level. All those things are valid points for trading, and they can help you find an entry. But conditions in the market need to be met in order for that trade to be validated. So based on my history, so like I had this indicator for a year, but I've only been trusting it for about 6 months now.
Hmm.
That's when, like, for the past few, then I had it for like 5 months, and then it was doing good. I was testing it on MetaTrader 4 on like demo accounts. The demo accounts were only just to test out the indicator.
Hmm.
So once they tested out, I just went into it and then it started working. So let's get into the trade. I'm sorry, I was talking too much.
Don't worry. I want to hear everything from you.
Um, so like I said, I was testing it on MetaTrader 4. I think on FTMO, I'm trading on Meta 5. So
And
the
how
whole
how
time I
long
was
did you
watching
test
it,
it?
I
How
well,
many
I had it
trades?
for
Mm-hmm.
how many? I don't know.
Hmm.
I'll be honest, I have no idea. I have no clue.
Hmm. And
Because
how far did you?
each
And
time,
how far did you went? Like, how far did you go?
what do you mean? How far did
In
I
the
go?
history, when you were testing your strategy.
Mm-hmm. Like how far regarding what?
Regarding your indicators, because when you set up your strategy, you need to test it. So how did you test it? In
Yeah.
the real time, or have you go to the past?
Oh, no, no, no. I tested it in real time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we did a little bit of both. So the thing is that I had my strategy, which I will share, but it's a little personal. But I had my strategy, and this strategy was based off of technical analysis.
Mm-hmm.
So the numbers, like it basically analyzed what conditions. Okay, and I also like to say this: the biggest misconception about traders is that the word trader is not really accurate to describe what a trader does.
Mm-hmm.
So off rip, people think a trader is just someone that buys it one day and then sells it another. That is just a basic way, and that is basically what they do. But a real trader is a data analyst. Most profitable traders aren't just people that know about the market. Most profitable traders are traders that can look at the conditions of the market and based on a set of data make a choice about whether they would buy or sell. And the buy or sell, a good data analyst would be able to make profit regardless. But someone that just buying off of basic, just watching the chart go up and down, odds are they will probably never make money. That is something I learned in the first year. The first year I was trading, I just always looked at the chart, waited for a dip, bought, and then tried to sell the top, which is what an investor would do. An investor would buy it at the bottom and then sell at the top. But anyways, for this chart, I went off of the buy signal I got earlier on. We got a bull ticker, and I felt pretty confident in the fact that long term we're in a bull cycle for US 30 at this time. Another thing that got me confident in this is these little tickers right here, the bottom and the top. That would mean that on the lower time frame, people were bullish. On a higher time frame, they were bullish as well.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you get this is how I actually found my entry, because on a 4 hour time frame, um, people were generally bullish, but on the shorter time frame, they were bearish. So once I see something like that, I'll go on the 1 hour. Actually, let's go on the 2 hour. It'll be a lot easier. There we go. So here, the buy would appear here,
Mm-hmm.
but I've been using my indicator for a while, so I'm a lot more adept to having these trades. Usually, I will never go in a trade if I don't get a buy or a sell signal. but this one gave me a lot of confidence right here. So once that was gone, once I entered the trade, I was ready to risk 2%.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, it didn't go below that. Once I hit my take profit, and I took profit. I didn't ask any
Mm-hmm.
questions. I didn't think twice. But until I got the take profit, I actually wanted to hold.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to hold it, but then this was like this was $20,000. When I saw $20,000, this is where the
Meant.
psychology
Mm-hmm.
kicked in. Yeah, I saw this and I was like, I should hold it longer and have faith in my strategy. But I was like, screw that. It's $20,000. I'm gonna take it and bounce.
Yep.
So once that hit, I was gonna take the sell opportunity, but the market I checked the 4 hour time frame. We're still on a bullish run.
Mm-hmm.
So then I just waited for a buy opportunity. Once I waited, and boom, we hit a new low right here.
How did you decide to have a risk-reward ratio, I believe, in this trade 10? Because you risk only
Oh,
2,000 and you get 20,000.
well, because that would give me 10 trades. So let's say I had the account is $10,000, $100,000, and you're only allowed to lose 10% of that. Risking 2% would allow me to have a risk to profit ratio that seemed good for me, because on one hand I could get bigger entries on a larger time frame. So since I trade on long periods of time, if I lose 2% on that long periods of time, that would probably indicate me something about where the market is heading. Also, we have a bunch of data on the bottom that would let me feel comfortable. For instance,
Mm-hmm.
there's the shark fin, which is X and Y ratio.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the momentum of the trend flow. If the market is trending, it'll be within the Bollinger Bands. If it's not, then it'll break out, and
Mm-hmm.
that would probably mean that there's the market is like either oversold or overbought. Like for
Mm-hmm.
instance here, where we had sell opportunities, but those sell opportunities broke out of the Bollinger Band, which were a shark fin, which means that we're going up onto a bull.
Mm-hmm.
So like I said, there is no perfect trading strategy. There is just a checklist of data you have to guarantee is at the right place at the right time. If, for instance, right here, I wouldn't have bought this if I hadn't known that on the 4 hour time frame the market was bullish.
Mm-hmm.
If I had just got in on the 1 hour, on a 2 hour time frame, I would have seen this sell and I would have probably tried to take it and got stopped out. But if you take the time to analyze the data and not just look at the money, not just look at the chart, not be in your head, I'm pretty sure that most traders would be profit. But
Mm-hmm.
we're all just humans, so it's hard, especially with something like money. It's really hard for us not to be impulsive on it. And this right here, this one was my favorite one, because with this one I really stuck to it. Well, almost stuck to it, because I wanted to wait a little longer, but once again, I'm human. That was $30,000. I wasn't gonna risk that over ego for my strategy. I don't like my strategy more than I like money. Let's be honest. So right here, I waited. I believe I was waiting on the 4 hour time frame, and I saw a sell, and I was ready to take it. But on the 6 hour time frame, let's just guarantee that. Yep. So we see right here, I was ready to sell here because I saw it had broken out, but the market on the bottom was still intense, like really bullish. So here, in the short term, the traders were selling, but in the long term, they were still extremely bullish. Once I saw this, I was considering selling because I was like, maybe the bottom is about to start being bearish, but I got lucky, I guess. I waited, and on the 6 hour time frame, a buy signal ticked off. So then I went back on the 2 hour, and the buy signal was still there, so I took it. It was really good because also it was tricky. This one was tricky because the relative strength index was indicating a bear market,
Mm-hmm.
but the buyers were all really bullish. So I think that buyer synchronicity between time frames is also really important because
Mm-hmm.
that would mean that there's a lot more money in the market.
Mm-hmm.
If you have sellers, if you have a trader that is trading on a 1 hour time frame that is bullish, you have a trader on a 2 hour time frame that is bullish, and you have a trader on a 4 hour time frame that is bullish, that's most of the market. That is so that almost guarantees that for the day that cycle is gonna be bullish.
Mm-hmm.
And then that was it. Those were my
Nice.
two most profitable ones.
So your strategy consists more on those big winners, right?
Yes. Um. Well, those
Not,
two
not
trades
just those two,
were
but to those big ones, because you have the win rate 33%. So every third trade you win. So you are
mhm.
waiting for these big ones.
Yes, yeah,
Yep.
that's pretty much it. And
Hmm.
I wasn't. The thing is, I wasn't expecting those trades to be that profitable. That's the magic of it. I wasn't expecting it. I was by my calculations, I should have made about at most I should have made about 20%.
Hmm.
All right. As I was saying, I wasn't expecting it to be that profitable.
Hmm.
I just followed my trading strategy. The thing is that also this code, the strategy that I had coded for this
Hmm.
wasn't meant to be a thing. It wasn't. It was almost an accident because I didn't know that you could code or quantify a strategy. But once I figured out that all these are numbers, I was like, why not just put those numbers in a computer so I wouldn't have to do all these little technical analyses
Hmm.
over and over again. Because if I didn't have my indicator, I would have a hard time knowing whether the market is bullish or bearish. Let's start with that.
Okay.
Secondly, I would have to analyze the Bollinger Band by myself. Thirdly, I would have to check um, Fib
Fibonacci.
levels,
Hmm.
yeah, Fibonacci levels. Then after that, I would have to check the Bollinger Bands and
Hmm.
reference it. It's too much work. It's too much work to not have. And by the time I'm probably done with that, the entry to the trade is gone.
Yeah,
By the
and
time
it's
I'm
the
done
end
with
of the
that, I've
day.
lost. It's the end of the day.
Hmm.
So that's why I like larger time frames. It gives me time to work my magic.
Hmm.
It gives me time to analyze.
Hmm.
It gives me time to really make sure, or not even make sure, but to increase my confidence in what I'm doing.
Hmm.
And once I got this indicator coded, it was like magic. It just kept. I don't trust it to like the point where I would not manage risk,
Hmm.
but I do trust it to the point where I would, you know, base 90%
Hmm.
of my trades off of what I am being told.
And was this your biggest win?
Well, biggest win as
Yeah,
in
in
like
this
what?
trade, the $30,000.
Oh yeah, by far, by far. So yeah, yeah, I would say yes. I would say this has been my biggest. Um, on it was my relatively fastest win.
Uh-huh.
I wouldn't say biggest win, but if you're asking me if I've made $30,000 in 3 days, no,
No,
I have
okay,
never
okay.
made $30,000 in 3 days.
The fastest one. Cool.
Yeah, it's the fastest, definitely, definitely.
All right. So maybe if you can just summarize all of those indicators that you use to our traders so that you can, maybe use some of them in their strategy or somehow modify them.
hmm Oh, okay. Well, this one is coded by me. I actually only just recently made it available to the public.
Uh-huh.
I have like a group kind
Mm-hmm.
of thing going on. It's not a lot of people. It's just a,
Okay.
it's just a few people that it's just like my inner circle, like
Mm-hmm.
friends that saw it, friends of friends that heard about it. It's
Mm-hmm.
just a little thing that I made available to try and help traders,
Cool.
find a way because most traders come in not knowing anything, and I want to say 100%, but nothing is ever 100%. But 99% of every trader that goes into trading loses money
Yep.
every time.
Yep.
So
Especially those
I
most profitable ones.
that's true. That's true. That's true. But um, yeah, in my community, I don't really expect anyone to be, you know, I don't expect anyone to know anything.
Mm-hmm.
But this right here, I feel like if I had this when I started, it would have been so helpful because
Okay.
it's not only like a way for you to trade, but it also like I said, you're not a trader, you're a data analyst.
Mm-hmm.
This right here is a list of all the data you need that quantifies whether your trade is going to be profitable or whether it's not. And once you have all the data, then you can make a decision about whether you want to risk
Mm-hmm.
that based on your risk management or whether you just want to take a trade, man. Because
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it's fun. Sometimes it's fun. Sometimes it's fun just to take a trade because you hope you'll win.
Nice. I really want to hear from you much more. So let's now go for the last part and let's ask you about your future. So in your group where you share your strategy, what is the best advice that you are giving them?
Um, well, one is you're not a trader, you're a data analyst.
Okay.
Don't think you're here to make money. You're here to make decisions based on information you're given.
Mm-hmm.
And secondly, don't focus on the money. Like my most valuable lesson I ever learned was reading Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas.
Marvelous.
And that taught me that it's mainly psychology, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have to be mentally ready to lose everything before you can actually lose anything. Because if not, what are you learning? You're just throwing money away and hoping it gives you some return. So don't focus on the money. Focus on your analyst. Focus on your strategy. Focus on
Mm-hmm.
understanding the market.
Mm-hmm.
Focus on having a feel in the market because it's
Mm-hmm.
psychology. If you're a trader and you're in a market and you've been in a market
Mm-hmm.
and you you feel
Yep.
basically you feel how the market flows, odds are you'll be good.
Yep.
But it's hard to trade off of feeling when your feeling
Mm-hmm.
is based on the money you're losing. So you got to focus on the data part
Mm-hmm.
and less on the
Mm-hmm.
money part. Basically,
So,
yeah.
so you are saying that we should look more to the percentage, to the risk that you are risking, to the pips, not to the money, for example,
Yes.
and those
Yes.
data, not the money. But that's kind of
Yep.
hard, you know?
It
And and
really is.
and even you said that you could hold the trade much longer, but when you saw the 30,000, you just had to close the trade.
Yeah.
So it's
Exactly.
hard. It's hard.
Exactly.
I get your advice, and it's really useful, but it's really
hmm
hard. So
It really,
it's not
it,
easy.
that's why it took me like I'm a mentally stable person, let's say. Like I know a lot of people struggle with like mental health and stuff like that, but I'm a mentally stable person. I go to the gym, I work hard. I've been working my whole life, and it took me 1 year of trading to break me down, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like I started questioning everything about myself.
Mm-hmm.
Like first time really having like a mental breakdown, not being able to figure it. And that's what trading will do to you. It's if you base things off of money and something as easily going and coming as money, you will never make it. But in order to make money, your risk management has to be on point. You must be ready to lose a certain percentage
Mm-hmm.
on any trade. And whenever you're about to take a trade, you just gotta ask yourself, based on the data that I currently have, is it worth risking this percentage on this time frame?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure that that's how I
Mm-hmm.
think before I take my trade.
And what are your future plans?
Oh, well, I'm just gonna keep doing this. Right now, my biggest plan is with Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing there's a bull run happening that I've been waiting for months.
Mm-hmm.
And right now I'm really looking into Bitcoin, and it's hard to manage multiple charts when you follow such a
Mm-hmm.
such a strict schedule
Hmm.
with your trading
So,
and with work.
hmm.
It's a little hard. So right now I'm just gonna keep, trading on the side. I'm not looking to be a full-time trader.
Hmm.
It's making me so much money, and I get to live outside. I get to do a lot of things. Because the first 2 years I was in a hole. I was in a hole, just in a room every day in front of a computer,
Hmm.
and I wear glasses too, so that definitely didn't help my eyes.
Okay.
And yeah, but yeah, those are my future
Hmm.
plans. Just keep doing what I'm doing, man. Try to help a few people on the way if I can,
And you
and
will
see where it
focus
goes.
more on Bitcoin or the US 30? You said the Bitcoin. We will probably focus more.
For now, my two top players are US 30 because I'm in New York.
Hmm.
So when trading opens in New York, when usually is the most volatility,
Yep.
I'm right there. I have the news going on in the morning. I know the sensation. I know the general sense that the market is having, whether they're bullish or bearish.
Hmm.
I hear what they're saying, and as soon as the trades begin, I'm there watching it live off of Wall Street. So
Cool.
US 30 is definitely one of my best
Hmm.
out of crypto moneymaker
Hmm.
market.
And what?
But
Hmm.
right now, hmm but right now, Bitcoin is also just a worldwide market. That's the thing. So right now, yes, my attention is diverging to Bitcoin. So I'm getting distracted from US 30, but Bitcoin is where the money's
Hmm.
at. So
Hmm.
you gotta follow the money, but not follow the money.
I get it. Cool. And what would you say to others about FTMO?
FTMO, you guys are crazy, man. They offered me $100,000 to trade for them, and it's beautiful. The contract, it's so professional, it's clean. I love FTMO. You guys offered me a chance to literally be wherever I want, whenever I want, do whatever I want, be on my own schedule. I'm a free man. I'm a walking free man thanks to FTMO. You guys just gave me a 2 years worth of salary in a month, basically. So yeah, I really appreciate the funding. I really appreciate the help. You guys are just. I love you guys. You guys are the best. Thank
Wow,
you.
wow, I cannot, I don't have any words to say now. But David, great interview. Thank you so much for your time. And it is always awesome to see someone to prosper. And you certainly you are the one who does. So really nice to see that. And
Yeah.
I cannot see to wait your results in the future. Much bigger one,
Yeah.
probably.
Mhm.
And again, I have one special advice for you. Most of the time, the best strategy, is to sit and watch. So, do you have any last words?
Hey, I just say brands bands coming straight out of New York. About the vibe.
That's FTMO.
I'm dead.